I think photography is a visual narrative, right? So I think it's changed massively over the decades. From documenting history, it also captures beauty. Photography is this hugely versatile medium that has so much to offer. I think that the challenge it has is exactly in your question. Which element of photography are we talking about? When it comes to documenting history, I think it's absolutely essential, and it plays a vital role in the narrative of the world and how we engage. And we've seen archives here in Mexico that are so important to be held. When it comes to art, I think photography is the medium of the future. I think it's everything. I think in the hands of artists and creators, the versatility of the technology offers so much. So I think it has an important role it's played in terms of documenting history, but it also has this incredible ability to capture beauty. Yes, 100%, without question. I think, and that's for probably two, maybe three reasons. That the consumer, as in people, the public, we're so used to reading photography all the time. We see it every day from our phones and our laptops, and so we're used to reading photography, but also the accessibility of the technology. The technology is amazing, and in the hand, you don't have to go into a dark room and process your imagery anymore, and the cost of doing that. But actually the versatility of the technology and the ease of what that is it's made photography more accessible to more people. So I think more people are engaging with it and more people are appreciating it to view. And I think that combination of factors means it is absolutely this moment. And then I would just add that, we deal with a lot of artists who work in photography, but they identify as artists. They're not necessarily photographers. So I think, yet again, it's that this is the moment for it. It's incredibly versatile and dynamic, and it really is that medium for the future, for sure. I think artificial intelligence will play a role and a narrative within life, right? So within photography, within the art context of photography, I think what's important for me personally is to ensure that image or that piece of work was conceived by a human. So if I'm engaging with some photography or looking at it, I want to know that the original image was taken by a human hand, but most importantly, the concept itself, in terms of what I'm trying to do, was conceived by a human. I think manipulation beyond that, whether it's AI or Photoshop or whatever the next generation of AI is fine. But if it can be originally conceived by a human, but I think what's important then is if an image or if a body of work or an art piece has been manipulated, I think there should be confidence to say, this is what I've done. And that's fine. It's okay to manipulate with whatever form AI or whatever it is, but the artist should then say what they've done to that body of work, so the viewer is clear about what it is. We live in this world where people question truth, and I think photography has a responsibility, and artists have a responsibility to say what's really being done, to that work. I think that the trends, that's such a tricky one. The technology is amazing. When you look at like Sony products and what they do in terms of the technology they're bringing into that product and what that enables artists to do, it's incredible. We're seeing work done with cameras in places that you shouldn't be able to get cameras. So even when it comes to filming the Maverick film, what they could do with the technology, because they condensed the technology down into these tiny film cameras in order to put into the cockpit to film that film. The technology that's evolving is allowing artists to thrive. So I think the trends are just going to be seeing more creativity and more versatility sort of through that, and I think it's super exciting to see that develop. So we have two contests which we're here sort of to talk through, which is the Sony World Photography Awards and the Sony Future Filmmaker Awards. At the basis of those contests are about finding talent, and we are actively looking for up-and-coming talent. We want to find emerging photographers, emerging artists, and emerging filmmakers, and we want to take that talent and give them an opportunity to be seen and celebrated around the world. And it's all free, so there's nothing that there's no boundary of entry. We really want people to engage with us because we know there is so much talent out there, but often it's enabling that talent to thrive and have that opportunity. So as a business, we look to create those spaces for that talent to thrive. So, you know, within it, that's what we want. Now, each contest obviously has a different program. We have a student program, but there's also a program for series and bodies of work, for single images, and within the Sony World Photography Awards, we also have a program for people under 19 years old. So the idea is that there's a channel for everyone to sort of engage with that, but we would absolutely encourage all artists to be involved. And on the filmmaker side, it's not about your budget. It's not about, you know, I've got, you know, $1 million to throw at actors and screenwriters. No, we want to see the raw talent, you know, the raw filmmaker, you know, your approach to filmmaking, and we want to celebrate that and find that. But we can only celebrate you if we know you. So it's about getting involved, entering the contest. It's free, and if you're selected and if you win, the opportunities are genuinely incredible, and hopefully will be the stepping stone for your career going forward.